Hey, it's Dan Morales. This is Homebuyer Radio. So we're starting a series on credit. And what I want to talk about this week is I want to talk about collection accounts. Now, first of all, ideally, don't let yourself get to the point where you have a collection account to start with, okay? So when you get that, let's say, medical bill for, $10 or $15, or you find yourself in a dispute with Verizon over $10 or $15, and they threaten to take you or turn you over to a collection agency, take that serious, okay? I know some of you don't want to take it serious, but take it serious. I'm going to give you a quick story. I had a client who's a really good long-term client of mine. Have done multiple loans for this client, and this client is normally a upper 700 credit score, which is considered a really good credit score. Okay, this client's normally an upper 700 credit score. He wants to do another transaction. So I'm thinking, okay, great. This should be pretty simple. Very familiar with this client and this overall, financial picture, and know that he's normally a very high credit score. Well, lo and behold, he got into a dispute with a phone carrier. Okay, so that phone carrier turned him over to a collection agency for a $15 account. That $15 account took his credit score down darn near 100 points. That totally changes your mortgage options. It changes your cost to borrow, and it can change your ability to qualify. Now, this is somebody who's never paid anything late ever. He's never made a late payment. Now, all of a sudden, he's got a hit to his credit score of about 100 points because it was a matter of principle to him to, dispute this with Verizon and to fight him over a $10, $15 account. Well, that $10, $15 just cost him thousands of dollars. So, when you get those notices, maybe it's something that your, medical insurance should have paid, but it didn't pay. Maybe it's, a phone carrier. Maybe it's something, stupid and dumb and inconsequential to you, in, what your thought process is. Well, just know that when you get turned over to that collection agency and they report that on your credit bureau, it is going to cost you significantly in the mortgage process, and it could potentially cost you your ability to get approved if you don't deal with it. So take those notices seriously. When you get those notices, you have the right to dispute them when you receive them. And just keep in mind that anything you dispute needs to be done in writing, and it should be sent via mail, because when you dispute things electronically, that does not preserve your rights under the law. Okay, so if you do dispute a collection, you get a notice of a collection, make sure you dispute it in writing. You keep copies of all your disputes, and make sure that you ask for the appropriate proof that, hey, I do indeed owe this debt. Give me proof that I owe it. And if you can provide me a proof, then I'll pay it. Because a lot of times when you go through and you request proof of the debt, believe it or not, they can't produce evidence of the debt, or they can't provide you with proof. And a lot of times those collection agencies aren't going to take the time to even waste, trying to provide you with the proof. They're just going to not respond to you, and they're not going to report it to your credit report. Because you have the right to dispute it, they have to respond to your dispute within 30 days of you going through and disputing that debt, if you will, okay? So, when you get those collection notices or a collection account, those are things that you need to pay attention to, okay? Now, the other thing that people do wrong all the time is they have a collection account, they go through and they pay that collection account prior to coming in to get their mortgage pre-approved. Don't do that, okay? I know that goes against what would be kind of conventional wisdom, to go through and actually pay that collection account. But the problem with paying that collection account is, first of all, you may not have had to pay it in order to qualify for the mortgage. You may have been able to get the mortgage without going through and actually paying that collection account. And then the second thing is that, that paying that collection account can actually do more harm to your credit score than good, especially if the creditor goes through and now updates the date of reporting activity to more recent. That could actually come back and hurt you. So normally what I tell clients is, if you have collections as part of your credit history, ideally the first thing is try to avoid getting them there in the first place by just making sure that you address any potential concerns with a creditor as soon as you're aware of them. Make sure you get those things squared away so they don't even end up being on your credit report. But in the case that something does end up on your credit report, do not pay it prior to talking to your mortgage person, okay? And your mortgage person should be me, which I'll guide you on, when you should pay it. And if that collection does have to be paid as part of your mortgage process, then 9 times out of 10, we can oftentimes pay those collections as part of your closing so that you don't do something that's going to turn around and hurt your overall credit score or your ability to get approved. So don't take it upon yourself to go through and try to pay those accounts or settle them prior to getting into the bank for a pre-approval, because you could actually end up doing something that could actually end up hurting you in the long run. Okay. Hey, I'm Dan Morales, America's Mortgage Man. You can find me online at danmorales.com. That's DANMORALEZ.com. My phone number is 616-931-4629. My NMLS number is 709729. Hey, I apologize. I missed last week. I am in the process of moving into a new house that I just finished building. If it sounds like I'm in a little bit of a, kind of a chamber here where there's some echo, that's because I haven't furnished my office here at home yet. So, so I'm a little bit behind here myself here. But anyways, we're going to be talking with Sam Parker from My Credit Guy here soon. Sam is a friend of mine and kind of an expert at helping folks kind of go through their credit history and work towards getting things, kind of fixed and corrected so that you have the best and most optimal opportunity to get a mortgage. So we'll be having Sam on here within the course of the next week or two. If you have questions that are credit related or, mortgage related, make sure you reach out. You can find me at dan.morales, and that's MORALEZ, at northpointe.com. So dan.morales at northpointe.com. Happy to answer any questions for you. And of course, if you're in the market for a mortgage, we would love to work with you. Again, danmorales.com. And of course, North Point Bank is an equal housing lender. Have a great day.